In the comment section, somebody has asked why I consider the laws of Suella Braverman to be wrong, and then subsequently sent me a note, which is very flattering, and thank you very much for that. There are three laws that Suella Braverman put forward, and this is irrespective of the fact that she stood at the dispatch box and screamed "invader" against Albanians and people from Pakistan without any form of apology. This is something that David Cameron was in the process of repairing. It was a damage to our international diplomatic credibility that David Cameron was repairing on the day that Rishi Sunak called a general election. And Cameron came back from his meetings in Albania, which is a great shame. The three laws are very simple. There's the Rwanda law, which is the most recent one, which pushes forward the idea that Rwanda is a safe country and has been defined as a safe country. That can be challenged. Now, the credible thing for Laura Kuenssberg would be to say, will you repeal that law if you become the next government? She should have asked Yvette Cooper if that was an undertaking. In addition, the other two pieces of legislation, the Nationality and Borders Act 2022, set forward by Priti Patel but enacted by Suella Braverman, and the day before, 2 days before this, there was an exchange on November the 22nd between Suella Braverman and Tim Lawton, where Tim Lawton said, if I were an unnamed immigrant from an unnamed African country who had good reason to try and claim asylum in the UK, how would I get there by a safe and legal route, as there are none? And she conceded that he would have to go to the UK by boat, small boat, cross the channel, and when he got to the other side, he could claim asylum, and that would legalize him. That would make him a legal asylum seeker. Shortly after that, the Nationality and Borders Act further defined the idea of illegal crossing, making that almost impossible. And this was then capped by the Illegal Migration Act in 2023, which declared, first of all, that people coming to the UK would then be obliged to, by the Secretary of State, by the Home Secretary, to be removed and could not claim asylum, no matter how they, even if they had come by an illegal route and under the rubrics of the Refugee Convention that we signed in 1951 and that we were partly involved in drafting, that when people came to this country by an illegal route, which is often the only possible route available, that they were then unable to claim asylum. The only way to claim asylum in Britain now is if you travel by a safe and legal route. Coming by an illegal route is no longer possible because of that law. Now, the government was not able to confirm in that law that everything in that law was safe and could not be challenged by an international court like the ECHR. This meant that it put forward a thing called a 19(1)B as opposed to a 19(1)A, which the Nationality and Borders Act had, which said that in the likelihood of a challenge, it is probable that the British courts would win, that this could not be challenged by Strasbourg. The last two laws, 19(1)B. And it's those last two laws particularly that need repealing. And a sensible interviewer, not Laura Kuenssberg, would have pressed Yvette Cooper to know whether or not she would be repealing those two laws. If I were Home Secretary, I would repeal all three. Though there are positives in certainly the first, in the Nationality and Borders Act 2022. And without repealing those laws are still on the statute books. And any plans to ignore the Rwanda offshoring process is then simply a commitment rather than a legal decision. Because in law, we are now committed to sending people to Rwanda. We are now committed to not accepting an application for asylum if somebody has come here by an illegal route. These are the questions that should have been asked. And these are the questions that Laura Kuenssberg, on our behalf, ducked. If she's not capable of asking serious questions, then I don't understand why she is heading the main, in fact, the only BBC serious news programme that exists in the week. It's quite a significant omission, and it's an important omission. It also, incidentally, betrays a bias in favour of the Conservatives, which is, of course, what Laura Kuenssberg is always accused of doing. But this is a demonstration, this is proof, really, if you want proof, that Laura Kuenssberg is secretly promoting a Conservative agendum. But actually, I think it's much worse than that. She is demonstrating incompetence.